Hello, this is Amanda Malave with Marketing 658. We're now in section 2 of week 5's assignment, which is the competitor analysis. What I try to do here is I do realize that I gave you a worksheet and that has a lot of different links and it is full of resources. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to now narrow it down to the best resources and what key information that I know is going to be super critical to you, instead of you trying to figure out exactly each and every piece of information that you're going to need. So I'm only using a couple of tools, and one of them is Nibbler. So you'll put in your competitor 1 and competitor 2 names right here, and then you'll just start entering in all the information. So let's take a look at Nibbler. So you would open up the link. And then put in your website. So let's just put in bigislandcandies.com. And we're just going to start entering in all this information. So the first thing that I know is that it's got an 8.8 score. So I already put in Kona cookies. So I'm now going to put in Big Island Candies, 8.8. So what this is telling me right away is that Kona Cookies has a little bit to be desired, but that's also because it's a little bit of a smaller company. So then I'm going to go back to my site and I'm going to go look at accessibility. And accessibility is super key. It's trying to tell me how good it is from a mobile site. And they got a 9.6, and their worst one is the URL format. 9.6. URL 6.4. And then experience, you would put 8.5. And experience, again, is the content and social media part of digital marketing. And it's saying that the experience is low because of the printability factor. And it's basically telling us that you can't print any of the pages, so you need to format that, and it's telling you how to do that here. Then you would put in the marketing factor, how popular your site is, and you got an 8.5. And popularity is an issue, so you would go down and put that in there. But it's got a great rating on all of these as well. But that you don't necessarily need to put in. And then technology, 8.6. And the biggest factor, again, is printability. So, for example, I would put technology 8.6, printability at 0, and so on. The next one is the popularity score. So that one is more down at the end. So what I would do here is just close these out and then just do a Control F, or just do a search on the site, and it is popularity. And this is saying that popularity is at 6.6, and it's because the popularity hasn't really changed at all over the last couple of months. So I want you to put in what ranking it has overall. And then I would copy and paste that little how many ranks it has. And then the next one is social interest. So I'm going to put social interest. Next, got a score of 7.4. And social interest, what I want to know here is it's got a high score, and it's got a rating of 7.4 of social interest on the gauge. Okay. and it says that it has how many followers on that page? 1,872 likes. 1,872 likes. All right. So then you would do HubSpot Grader the same way. I already did some of the information, and as you can see, it's giving me a good understanding of where different things are going well or not so well for my competitors. The Nibbler and HubSpot Grader will both give you 3 key items that you need to focus on. For Nibbler, it's right here, right after the overall ratings, and here's the top priorities. Add printable sheets, so encourage sharing of content, and media buttons, and avoid use of file extensions. So you would basically put that here. So add printable sheets, update extensions, encourage, add social media buttons. On site, whatever it says. And you would do that for both competitors. And then the same thing goes for HubSpot Grader. When you do HubSpot Grader, here's HubSpot Grader. Here's the overall score for Big Island Cookies and the performance, mobile, SEO, and security. So you would put those grades in there. And at the very end, it gives you information of what 3 things you need to do. So it's page size, page request, and render blocking. So you would put page size, render blocking, etc. And over here, for Nibbler, you would do the same. So when you do HubSpot ratings, HubSpot scores as well, just make sure that you understand what they mean. So Nibbler also has a really interesting area. I also wanted to show you that after you get done with putting in the overall scores for Nibbler and HubSpot Grader, I break it down into why we are actually looking at specific things. One is because of Google searchability. The next one is backlinks and the way that Google measures your authority, meaning how much people talk about you on the internet and then have links to you because you are an authority on a specific topic. So let's take a look at the SEO website and the Google searchability. So Nibbler gives you 3 priorities, and so does HubSpot, of what you need to do to get your website in order, and you would enter those in. And we just talked about how to look at those. Nibbler also gives you a content rating. So content on how great your content is. So let's go back to Nibbler. I'm going to put content. Amount of content. It's got a rating of 8. And see, it says the average words per page. So they have an average of 361. So I'm going to put that 8 here for Big Island Candies. And number of words, 361 out of 1,000. So what it's saying is that you only have 361 words on average for your web pages, and that's not that great. And the best thing about this particular site is it will actually tell you where the words are. And so you can see that what's really killing you is this particular page. And that's how you use that analysis. You would actually go and add more words there. The next one that you would put in is Nibbler headings. So again, you would do the same thing there, Nibbler page titles, and enter in this information. And let's take a look at the Nibbler page titles, which is a little bit down here. And what I try to do is just show you what are the most important parts of this analysis. So page titles, 100 page titles are defined and there's 0 weak ties. But I wanted you to copy in this because these are the page titles that they have on their back end. So I want you to put in the ratings and number of page titles that they have, but then I want you to also put in a little link. So there's the rating of 10 and percent of have page title, it's 100%, and then put in the top page title there. And then you would start going into understanding the mobile side of it. How does Nibbler and HubSpot rate your mobile, and how does HubSpot rate your mobile? So let's take a look at mobile here. And Nibbler rates Big Island Candies as a 10. And then right here. And then HubSpot does a little bit better job of really telling you about your mobile. And it's saying that it's responsive. And that's what I wanted to understand. Rating is a 10 as well, and it is. So you would do that for both competitors. Page speed, again, is another thing that you need to know. Now we're going to use our third tool, aside from Nibbler and HubSpot, which is the Google Speed Analysis. So here you would go to Page Speed Insights and put in Big Island Candies. And this is an actual tool from Google. And it gives me an average speed, and I want to copy this in. Average speed, and I'm going to put that in here. Average, and the speed is that. And then for desktop, it will also give you one for desktop. And the desktop is at 1.5 and average as well. So that's how long it takes for these websites to pop up. So that's not good, because most people will actually leave your website within 30, half of that time frame. So it's actually taking double what Google really wants. And then HubSpot Grader also has a page test, so take a look at that. What we're trying to do here is not rely on any one particular test. So here we are at HubSpot, and then speed. So page speed, it is saying 1.7 seconds, and they're saying it's good. And what I wanted to show you here is that HubSpot is actually saying that this is a good speed, but Google is saying, no, it's not. So, and they're taking the average, as you can see, HubSpot between 1.5 and 1.8 and 1.5. And then just to be on the safe side, I also want you to check one last place for page speed, because page speed is so important, which is called sidechecker.pro. And I'm going to put Big Island Candies.com here. And here is a page speed, and it is a 47. So that is actually a bad thing. And it's saying that it's a bad mobile user experience. And it's because some of the links on the website may be too small. So that is really the reason I like this site, is because it actually tells you how to fix things on your site to make it better. So speed was a 47 rating. Okay, then there's Google optimization. Again, you would click here and put those different things in here. If we go back to the Google page speed, the optimization is medium, meaning that how does it optimize as far as like load distributions. So again, Google is basically saying you know, Bake Island Candies have a great website, but it's average speed and average optimization. And the site actually tells you how to fix things. And this is why I'm taking you here, because when we test your Wix sites, we'll be able to see how good you did as far as creating a fast internet site. So then the last part that you'll be doing is the backlinks. So you'll be using Nibbler and the backlinks accuracy. Go to Nibbler and look up the incoming links quality rating and number of incoming links and domain links. Use the big backlinks accuracy hyperlink here that I give you. And this is where you're going to actually put in the address of your competitor, and you'll have to put the exact address. So look it up, and what you'll get is this. So I put in Mrs. Berry's Cookies and the exact address and phone number, and it did a scan. And again, this is from the Google partner. So I have a 23% accuracy on my business links, and 32% of all similar businesses in Hawaii have better reviews on 60 different sites. And it actually gives you information on each one of them. So it's really, really key information. What I'd actually like you to do is do more analysis on that, but we'll do that later. So you would enter in that information here for both. And then you would then check Site Checker for page score, critical errors, number of warnings, and page speed ratings. And then the last thing that we're going to do is the SEO analysis, which is the keywords. And this is where we are actually going to have to log in. And what I suggest is that you, if you need to, go and get 2 login IDs, one for each competitor, because this is a free site and it won't let you do tons of analysis. But I got Kona Cookies here. And the first thing I want you to do is to enter in the organic keywords, the traffic estimates, and the traffic cost. So you would put those things in here. And if there's anything paid, and then the next thing I just want you to do is do 3 screenshots. The first screenshot, I'm going to have this example here, is I want you to go to the competitors section, and I want you to show me the common keywords and do that screenshot. So let me show you how to do that. So in the overview section, you're going to go all the way down here, and you're going to see who your competitors are. And you're going to actually go into this where it says common keywords and click on that. And this tells me everything I need to know about your SEO. It tells me how one company ranks against the other. So Kona Cookies versus Honolulu Cookie Company. Obviously, you only have 2 competitors, but later on, you'll have your website, and we'll compare both of those. And then you'll do a screenshot. So here I go. And I'm going to do that. And what this is telling me here, so I can just delete the other example, put that one in. But what this site is telling me here is what are the keywords that Kona Cookie uses and compared to Honolulu Cookie. So remember Kona Cookies versus Honolulu Cookies, they both have Big Island candies, cookies as a keyword. And Honolulu Cookie Company used to rank a little, Kona Cookies ranks at 8, but they went up 4 rankings. And Honolulu Cookie Company is ranked number 7, and they actually went down 1. So it is because of me putting the Big Island cookies on the back end of the Wix website. So Kona Cookies, the person with the number 1 ranking is Kona Cookies, luckily, but Honolulu Cookie Company has it too, and they're actually improving. And one of the reasons that Honolulu Cookie Company is improving is because they're paying for that for ads. So if we go to Honolulu Cookie Company by clicking on that link, it goes to their company. And if I go to their keywords, if I against competitors, for example, I can actually see their rankings. So I'm going to go to keywords on their first page and take a look, and I can do more analysis on what keywords they're using. So they're using Honolulu Cookie Company, Hawaiian Cookies. I use Hawaiian Cookies on Mrs. Berry's Cookie Company website too. And so there's a lot of traffic there. But I can also see that they're paying, and they're paying a lot of money for that traffic. So I did pretty darn good for not paying for traffic. And we know that they pay around $5,000 a month just to get to be ranked number 1 in those keywords. But we did it by using this analysis and putting it in the back end. So again, you would do those screenshots as I asked, which is where I can see the each of the competitors' top keywords compared to each other, and then their keywords. I also want to see the overview of each competitor, which shows me their organic and paid keywords and their overall traffic and how much they spend. So that is it for that section. And then please just answer these 5 key questions. All right, if you have any questions on this, please let me know. But I hope that this helped. Mahalo.